hate the NoFap community. Like, I do. Not necessarily the people, but the system. Because it started off as a good thing. It started off as a good thing of where if you wanted to master yourself, if you want to get on semen retention, right, all you need to do is get on NoFap, right? If you want to stop gooning, if you want to master yourself, get on NoFap, and would see these funny videos of these timelines of like, oh, 7 days testosterone boost, 30 days, you start to want to be adventurous and talking to girls, and then day 120 you would start levitating, and now you see all the secrets of the universe, right? NoFap was a good thing. And nowadays, it's not necessarily that anymore. And in this video, I want to explain why NoFap has reached the stagnation and why I don't like it anymore, why I dislike it, and also giving you an alternative method to actually mastering yourself and not having to rely on NoFap. And so moving on to the first thing as to why I don't like the NoFap community and why it has reached its stagnation, it's effectiveness. I hope I said that right. It's its effectiveness. Like the likelihood of you succeeding on NoFap is significantly low. Let me explain why. Because the NoFap system doesn't really need everyone to succeed. It only needs about 2% of people to actually succeed and share the stories to get everyone else hooked. Like, dude, it has this rehab model basis. Like, once you have a poster boy, Captain America archetype plastered all over your face, right? You are most likely to believe it. Like, dude, if I were to come on here and be like shirtless and having tons of girls and money, flashing watches, whatever, right, and I'll tell you to buy my course, you would buy it because like you want that type of life. That's the same thing with NoFap, but you're not buying anything. It's just taking your attention to the actual thing that matters, to use actually going on semen retention. Like, bro, it's just gonna pull you in, suck you in with all these different stories of these guys in their 30s who went on NoFap and then they stopped gooning for 90 days and then boom, now they're free, they're all kumbaya and whatever. But like, dude, if you actually look at it, not many people who have been on NoFap actually get past 1 year of NoFap. You only need 1 or 2 guys to actually get past NoFap. I prefer something that actually helps me solve my problems rather than how pretty it looks. Like, yes, are there things out there for vanity like Lambos and coupes and other things? Like, yes, but then for the utility of something that you need, you should prefer the effectiveness rather than how pretty it looks. And that's the problem with the NoFap community. It likes to push the guys with the success stories who've been on NoFap for 1 year, who've kept their semen retention. They like to show us these videos of when you reach day 90, you are going to start levitating and reading people's minds and making girls come by the sight of you. Like, dude, the NoFap community just focus on how pretty it looks than the actual effectiveness. And so, that being said, as we move on to the second thing as to why the NoFap community has reached its stagnation and why I don't like it, it's because, which kind of connects to like point one, is because it's denying your biological need as a man, as a young, high testosterone, horny young man. Like, it's denying you of that and making you demonize you busting a nut rather than actually focusing what you should be demonizing, which is the whole gooning adult content industry. Because if you actually think about it, why did you hop on NoFap? Like, why do most people hop on NoFap, bro? Because they want to have self-control within themselves, right? The goal is to gain self-control and stop watching adult content. But then, if you actually look at the Reddit posts, you see so much people fixating on the fact that they busted a nut rather than like, oh, I spent 5 months without touching or going on those adult content sites. Like, so many guys kick themselves, dislike themselves for busting a nut than rather saying like, bro, I did not touch or watch any type of adult content in the last 6 months. Like, people are so fixated on the fact that they are just fulfilling their biological needs rather than fighting the evil forces of the adult industry. Like, the goal is misaligned. Like, the focus is misaligned. Like, dude, the main reason why you hopped onto NoFap was because you wanted to gain self-control over yourself. You wanted to gain self-control over yourself. That's why you started. But then you got lost in the sauce. And now you just focus on, oh my God, I woke up, I had a wet dream. Oh, my NoFap streak has restarted. That's giving you some mental distorted figure of yourself. And then now you start producing this cycle of self-hatred, man. Like, come on. Like, that's why I don't like it. And that's the main reason why I don't like it. It makes young men hate themselves for fulfilling a biological need. It makes you a social autist, to when you actually go and approach a girl, you have this voice in the back of your mind saying, oh, she's going to make you lust over her. She's going to make you do all these things. Like, dude, you're a young man. You have horny thoughts. It's okay for you to want a woman. It's okay for you to want to, like, bust a nut. It's okay for you. That's, like, the main reason why. But what's not okay is, doing it to disgusting videos online, paying someone who doesn't give a fuck about you to call you daddy late at night, to make you bust a nut. Like, bro, that's not good. What I'm saying is, the NoFap community has made you think that the fact that you are fulfilling a biological need is bad. And that's, like, so messed up, man. Like, I imagine how many guys have forced themselves to be in this perpetual cycle of, like, I don't want to release my semen. Like, I get it. Semen retention is good for a certain extent, but, like, bro, looking at, like, the sides of things, like, bro, after 7 days, you get a testosterone boost 400%. It kind of just taper off there. By the way, I'm getting these stats from Andrew Huberman. Yeah, like, dude, there's nothing much to it. And then you see, like, these weird people online saying, like, oh yeah, I went 300 days without busting. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Don't you find that weird? Like, don't you find that there's a guy who spent 300 days without actually, like, releasing their sexual energy? Like, I get it, like, to a girl that they care about, not like you go out and you have a one night hookup. No, like, to a girl that you actually care about. You're telling me you went 1 year without talking to women, without interacting with women, without having a sexual experience with girls. Like, I find that weird. Honestly speaking, I find that weird. But in that being said, right, those being my reasons as to why I don't like the NoFap community, why I think it's on the stagnation that it is, why people are not hopping onto it anymore, right? I want to give you a solution. I want to help you, gain that sense of self-control in your life, because that's the ultimate goal that you're looking for: self-control, self-mastery. And that is something that I call functional discipline, where you master your vices, not your vices mastering you. Because, like, dude, if we're being honest, right, the main reason why you hop onto these trends and these things is to gain some type of self-control in your life, so that you can do the things that you need to do to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Like, that's the main reason why you are on these things. That's the main reason why you're watching me. You're looking for answers for yourself. And this functional discipline thing is very simple. It's basically saying to yourself that you will not indulge in any type of your vices, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, whether it's women, whether it's gooning, whether it's watching YouTube videos, doom scrolling, whatever it is for you, right? You will not indulge in that until you've achieved everything that you need to achieve for that day, for that week, right? What it actually looks like, it's like you saying to yourself, like, I will not go and goon until I record a video, until I read my books, until I meditate, until I watch that podcast, until I go to the gym, until I do all these things, right? I'm not goon until I do all of those things. And for you to actually enhance this and make it like a thing that is for you, that you can gain self-control over, it's making a weekly thing rather than a daily thing. You say to yourself by the end of the week, did you go to the gym consistently this week? Did you go to the gym 4 times a week like you said you would? Did you finish reading that book like you said you would? Did you meditate every day like you said you would? If you did not complete any of those, you won't indulge in that activity. And what that does, it sets this barrier, like this reward system, because talking about behavioral psychology and whatever, right? Humans either react to reward or punishment, right? If there's a reward and a punishment, I could alter your behavior. And so by you telling yourself that if I won't do these, if I don't do the things that I told myself that I'm gonna do by the end of this week, I will not indulge in this thing. That's giving you this reward punishment type mechanism. If I don't do it, punishment. If I do everything, reward, right? And so that's what functional discipline is. Having this barrier to yourself saying that I will not indulge in my vices until I achieve everything that I set myself out to do, everything that I've done this week on a consistent level. If you fall short on one part, then you don't get the sweet. You don't get the chocolate. You get the whip. I recommend you try it. If you want to gain some self-control in your life, try it. You know, if it doesn't work out for you, you can go back on NoFap. You can say, fuck me, leave some hate comments. I don't care, man. Just try it. Because I want to see you grow. I want you to see you succeed. Because I care for you as a human being. Like, you have value as a human being. And that's the Christ way of love. And so, with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, and by the way, I might release a template, a Notion template, by the end of this week probably. That's gonna help you with this functional discipline thing, so that you can keep yourself on track and, like, you know, help you achieve everything that you want to achieve, and also like managing your addictions and your vices. And yeah, goodbye, Kaizen.